Healing builds are hands down my favorite types of builds in Dead by Daylight, assuming you're not playing against the Plague. But let's say you're playing against one of the other 27 killers, which will be most of the time. These builds are awesome and super fun to use. Like, I personally love being the team medic, and I love keeping my team alive, keeping my team healthy, and just trying to support my team in just different ways. So I was thinking a lot about this video because I've got like 15 different healing builds that I like to use and different mixes and perk combinations that I like to try out, but I finally got it narrowed down to 5 awesome healing builds. And what I love about these builds I'm going to share with you guys is that they're all very different. None of them really duplicate perks too much, and a lot of them are just different ways of kind of like healing and supporting your team. And I'm actually pretty proud of this list. And actually I'm not going to spoil it yet, but these are some pretty awesome builds, guys. So let's get into it. Top 5 healing / support builds in Dead by Daylight to keep your team healthy and to help you get out of the match alive. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 is none other than the Big Papa healing build. And I actually just did a video on this recently, so I'll link it in the description below. But this build is a lot of fun to use, and it uses some very unconventional, non-traditional perks that a lot of people sleep on and don't use. Starting off, we've got Better Than New. Whenever you heal another survivor, you don't have to finish healing them, but whenever you just do the healing action, until that survivor loses a health state, they get a 16% speed boost whenever they heal other players, open chests, cleanse, or bless totems. So once you heal someone with this, if your teammates are doing booms, they do them a little bit faster. If your teammates heal anybody else or heal you, they'll do it a little bit faster. This perk combined with Leader. Leader boosts the efficiency of your team by 25%, as in healing, sabotaging, unhooking, cleansing, opening, exit gates, chests, you name it. It boosts the speed that your teammates do those actions by 25% when they're within 8 meters from you, and this effect also lingers for 15 seconds after they're out of your range. So if you heal someone with Better Than New, or you heal someone and give them Better Than New, and they're around you with Leader, they heal 41% quicker, guys. And especially if they're healing you, or if you have multiple teammates healing you, they'll actually heal you really quick. So this build kind of almost benefits you. Like, you're healing your teammates, but then when you heal your teammates for the rest of the game until they lose a health state, they just heal at an increased speed, or if they're just around you, they heal faster. So these two perks work so well together, and it's a lot of fun to use, especially when you heal your teammates and then they heal you and they're healing you quicker and you can actually see the results. But that actually brings us into the next perk we're using, which is Resurgence. Once we come off the hook, we'll instantly be healed 50% of our health progress. So if someone unhooks us and they have Better Than New and they're around us with Leader, they only have to heal us half of our health state. So that immediately shaves off 8 seconds. Plus they get their bonus speed. They can heal you really quick after unhooking you. So this build literally goes both ways, guys. It rewards you for healing your teammates, but also you get rewarded for healing your teammates because your teammates will then heal you quicker. And then the last perk of this build is Will Make It. Whenever you unhook someone, you heal them 100% quicker. And this just helps us keep the team alive. What you want to be doing with this build is you want to be going for the unhooks, since Will Make It literally cuts your healing time in half. So instead of 16 seconds to heal them, you'll do it in 8 seconds. And then after doing it in 8 seconds, literally they have Better Than New and they'll just be doing other stuff a lot quicker. Trust me, guys, this build is a lot of fun. And if you haven't already checked out the Big Papa healing build, link in the description. I'll link it at the end of this video because it's actually a video I already recorded. Usually I do these types of videos and then post the episodes individually, but I've actually got some of these builds already on the channel, so I'll link them. Alright guys, let's hop into build number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, build number 2 I am calling the Silent Night build. And this build is all about just healing, but also being a little bit stealthy about it. So we're actually using Botany. Botany is a very simple perk. It boosts your healing speed by 50%, but it reduces your healing item efficiency by 20%. So this is nice because it's just going to let us heal 50% increase rate no matter what. If it's a survivor is down or slugged, we heal them 50% quicker. If they're just injured, we just heal them quicker. This is just a nice solid perk to use, but you've got to be careful when using this with a med kit because it does reduce the efficiency of your med kits by 20%. So the only med kit I would actually recommend bringing with this is the first aid kit. because it has 24 charges, so it doesn't matter if you lose 20% of your charges. You'll lose like 4 charges from it, so you'll still have a pinch left over, but you have enough for one really fast heal with the yellow medkit. I would not bring the green medkit, even with the gel dressing. I would not bring your ranger medkits or your regular camping aid kits, because those don't work with botany. The only one that really works is this yellow one. And then if you've got some gauze rolls that you want to use, by all means use a gauze roll, and then you'll get 2 really fast heals. But that's it, guys. I wouldn't use anything more than the yellow medkit with botany. So this build is great if you bring a yellow medkit, or if you're just not bringing a medkit, I would really recommend using this. But if you really want to bring a green or a purple medkit, then just sub out botany for desperate measures, and it does a similar thing, my friends. Second perk is Bite the Bullet. Not only are we healing 50% quicker for the entire game, but whenever we heal someone, we make them quiet. And whenever we heal ourselves, we become quiet. Once we're healing, there are no grunts of pain to be heard. This can help you elude the killer. This can help you, escape a chase. Let's say you're running, and that's why I like to bring a med kit with me, just in case I need to emergency, like try to do a heal or just stop my grunts of pain. I can do that. And then if you fail skill checks, you only lose 1% regression versus the normal amount. So this just helps you be a little bit more efficient, helps you be stealthy, and it's a lot of fun to heal people quietly. Like if you haven't tried this perk out, trust me guys, Bite the Bullet, really good, and it's seriously slept on. Third perk, actually bringing Boon Circle of Healing, guys. So this is going to let us bless a totem, and then everybody within that 24 meters gets the benefits of the boon. So if we heal other people in the boon, we get a 50% speed boost, and that's on top of our original 50% of botany. So we will heal people really quickly within the boon radius, and we'll also heal them quietly. But also, we can heal ourselves in the boon radius, so we'll get that ability of retreating back to our boon, start healing up, and then we'll be completely quiet while we're healing, and then we even get some bonus speed because we do have botany. So honestly guys, these kind of synergize really well together. Like we're healing, we're setting up little boons for people to heal, we're healing people quietly, we're healing ourselves quietly. You're kind of getting the vibe, the Silent Night build, just healing people, kind of keeping a low profile, keeping the team safe. And then if we do make it to the end game, that's where the last perk comes in clutch. No One Left Behind. You guys, if you guys have been watching the channel for some time, you know I'm a big fan of this perk. This perk only activates in the end game after all the generators are done. But when it does activate, it does a lot of really good things. 1, 100% extra blood points for healing and unhooking survivors. Blood points are always cool. 2, 50% bonus action speed when healing or unhooking survivors. So we'll be able to unhook people really fast in the end game, and we get 50% extra speed when healing. So 50% plus 50%, you guys are doing the math, we become kind of a little bit of a healing monster in the end game. And then God, even if we're in the boon too, like 50, 50, possibly another 50 if we're next to a boon, we'll be healing people really quickly in the end game. And not only that guys, whoever we unhook in the end game, they get a 7% movement bonus for 10 seconds, meaning for 10 seconds they'll be moving at 14% increased speed instead of the 7%. So whoever you unhook is most likely going to be able to escape. And then the best final part about this perk is that you can see everybody's auras in the end game. And this is just really good because you can see where your injured teammates are at. You can go run up to them and heal them. You can see who's in chase, try to go body block for them. This just helps you ensure that whoever's alive in the end game has a good chance of getting out. Because this, trust me, this makes you an end game beast, guys. This perk doesn't always work because you don't always make it to the end game, but when you do, it is literally a lot of fun, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've had games where like I've seen my teammate running on the other side of the map and like they just got out of chase with killer and I know exactly where they're at because I can see their aura. So I just run up to them, I heal them, and then we get out together. Easy peasy pumpkin schneezy. Build number 3. All right guys, build number 3 is the only build that's actually based around an item. I'm calling this one the Desperate Medic, and it's built around the purple medkit. So if you have the purple medkit on any of your characters, this is a build to try out with it, because the idea of this build is to heal other people with your medkit, not necessarily healing ourselves, even though we can do that too. So if you don't already know, the purple medkit has 32 charges, which lets you heal people twice. You heal other people 50% quicker. Also, it helps with the skill check success zones a little bit, whatever. But the main thing with the purple medkit is you heal other people 50% quicker, and you have 2 charges base kit. Make sure you bring a gel dressing with you to increase your charges by 16, which turns this medkit into a 3 heal medkit. And then you can bring whatever else for the last slot. I like sutures, 50% extra healing speed, but needle and thread's good. Magical scissors, also good. Medical scissors, excuse me. Doesn't really matter. The main thing is the Ranger medkit and the gel dressing. And then for our perks, guys. First perk, Built to Last from Felix Richter. So with this build, we really don't care about saving our medkit heals. Like if we need to heal ourselves, we're going to heal ourselves. If we need to heal somebody else, we're going to just dump our medkit straight into them because we can recycle our medkit with Built to Last. When we hide in a locker for 12 seconds, we get 99% of our charges back. And then each time we use this perk, it's 33% less. So the second time will be 66%, and the final time 33%. So if you do the math, that's 1 plus 2 plus 3. That's 6 extra uses on top of our original 3. So we get to use our medkit 9 times, guys. And if you for some reason have to use this medkit more than 9 times in a game, well, that's one crazy game, because I have never had to use more than 9 heals out of this medkit in a game. But you know, it could happen. But 9 heals out of the medkit should be enough to keep you covered in a game of Dead by Daylight, guys. So the idea of this build is you're running around, you're healing people with your medkit, you're refilling your charges with Built to Last. You have empathy, guys. This perk is pretty simple. You see the auras of all injured survivors within 128 meters, which is pretty much the entire map. So whenever anybody's injured, anybody, their aura will pop up bright and yellow, and all you got to do, guys, is be that desperate medic. You run up to them, you find them, you heal them. Assuming they're not in chase, assuming they're somewhere safe, you're just running up and you're saving your team, because that's what you do. And you're also getting rewarded for saving your team because we're bringing renewal. Whenever we heal another survivor, the equivalent of 1 health state, renewal will activate. Whenever we get unhooked, we're broken for 20 seconds, but then after that 20-second time is up, we instantly go from injured to healthy. So this is so great because literally we're healing people with our medkit 50% quicker. We're finding them with empathy. We're refilling our medkit charges with Built to Last if we need to. And then on top of that, if we for some reason get hooked, we come off with a free heal. Guys, really good, really underrated synergies here. And it feels really good. And the best part about renewal, though, is it makes you just feel rewarded for actually trying to heal your team and being a good team player. And that's why I like this perk in this build, because it's not like you're just running around healing your team, but you're actually getting a little bit of reward for healing your team with renewal. And then the last perk, which is why this is called the Desperate Medic, is Desperate Measures, a solid healing perk. Everybody who's injured, hooked, or dying increases your healing/unhooking speeds by 14% to a maximum of, I think, 54% if I'm doing my math right. It's 54 or 52. Point being, if everybody's injured, you get like a 50% boost to healing and unhooking speeds, but at the very least, it's 14%. And this stacks on top of your medkit healing speed, guys. So depending on the stacks you have with this, you're only going to heal quicker and quicker, and this also helps you unhook people quicker. So you can get a really quick unhook, heal them on the spot with your medkit, get your renewal, go back to your business doing your gen. Someone else gets injured, you find them, you heal them with the medkit, you run out of medkit charges, you Built to Last, you get your charges back, you heal yourself, you get another renewal, you get unhooked, you heal yourself. You get the point. It's a lot of fun, dudes. Desperate Medic, one of my personal favorite builds if you have the purple medkit in stock. Let's go on to build number 4. All right, my boys, build number 4 is none other than the Ultimate Unhooker build. Why is it called the Ultimate Unhooker? Well, because all of these perks technically activate with unhooking, except the first perk. So the first perk I'm actually using in this build is actually just Dead Hard. Simple exhaustion perk, activated when you're injured for half a second. You have the endurance status effect, meaning if you take a hit, you don't go down, but you go into deep wound instead, so you can extend the chase out a little longer. Feel free to use whatever exhaustion perk you are most comfortable with in this slot. You can use Sprint Burst, you can use Life. You can technically even not use an exhaustion perk if you want this to be completely unhooking build, like everything have to do with unhooking. I would just say, F it, go ahead and try out this one here. Where's it at? I passed it. Hold on, my boys. Right there, Guardian. If you want it to be like a legit just unhooking build, just try out Guardian. When you unhook a survivor, they won't leave any scratch marks for 7 seconds or pools of blood. They get some extra speed, and you can see the killer's aura for 8 seconds, so you know if it's safe to heal them. Kind of a fun underrated perk, but for the sake of this video, we're going to stick with an exhaustion perk. And then the talents, which is why this is the unhooking build. Borrow time, we'll make it. We're going to live forever. Borrow time, simple. When we unhook them, they get their endurance status effect coming off the hook for an extra 10 seconds, and they get the speed bonus for an extra 10 seconds. So instead of 10 seconds, whoever you unhook has pretty much 20 seconds to take a hit and escape. This just helps make your saves a lot cleaner. Very simple, nothing much to really say here, except it's just guaranteed. Since all the perks we're using activate when we unhook, borrow time is great, so that way even if you unhook them when the killer's nearby, there's a good chance they can still get away and they won't get tunneled. We'll make it. When you unhook a survivor, again, 100% boost to healing speed for 90 seconds. This just guarantees whoever you unhook, you're healing them really quick. And you get to keep that for 90 seconds, so if you need to unhook them, and they need to just get away, you got to get somewhere safe because they have borrow time for 20 seconds. No biggie, guys, because even 20 seconds later, you still have we'll make it for another 70 seconds. Like, there's so many times where I have this perk active long after I got an unhook, and I'm still able to heal like a second person later on, or even a third person sometimes, because this 90 seconds is a long time for this perk to stay active, and you'll be surprised at how many times you actually do get value out of it besides the time where you unhook somebody. Last perk, though, is we're gonna live forever. Two things this perk does. One, increases our healing speed when we're picking up dying survivors by 100%. So this is nice because whoever you unhook, you can heal them 100% quicker. So instead of 16 seconds, it's an 8-second heal. We're gonna live forever. Whoever's dying, you pick them up twice as fast as well. So you're kind of seeing a theme here, 100, 100, yeah, a little bit. But also, whenever you perform a safe hook rescue or take a protection hit, rescue a survivor by stunning or blinding the killer, the second part of this perk activates, and that is whenever you pick up someone from the dying state on the ground, they will have endurance for 10 seconds, which means they can take a hit. So it's like 10 seconds of dead hard that they just get for free if you have that second part of the perk active. So this is just a nice overall build based around just healing your team, picking up slug teammates, healing people 100% quicker. This is just a fun, just solid, good build for keeping your team alive. Not much more to say about this, guys. It's just a solid build, and this is the only build we have where we're running an exhaustion perk. So this is a good healing support build, but also you've got some decent chase potential because you're bringing an exhaustion perk with you. Let's hop into build number 5. Build number 5, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than the Resurrection build. Another build I actually do already have featured here on the channel. And this build is a lot of fun. Now, this one is not, we're not healing our teammates in the traditional way because it's built around for the people. For the people. Very simple perk. Whenever you're healing someone, press the active ability button and they will instantly be healed. So if they're in the dying state, they will go into the injured state. If they're injured, they will go to healthy. But then after we use this, we in turn become injured and broken for 60 seconds, which means for a whole minute, we can't actually heal ourselves, so we're injured. So this is a very risky build, but also a very fun build. Now, we're pairing for the people with We're Gonna Live Forever. We're Gonna Live Forever, like we said, lets you pick up your slugged teammates 100% quicker, which is great. But the real reason we want this perk is for the second part. So if we get the second part of We're Gonna Live Forever active, where we get the 10 seconds of endurance when we picked up a injured ally, well, that's why this is called the Resurrection build. So if someone is slugged, like the killer just slugged someone, you run up to them really quick, you start healing them. Fun fact, you actually have to heal them for like half a second, just for a little bit before using For the People. If you do it too quick, sometimes the We're Gonna Live Forever won't go off for some reason. That being said, you go up to them, you heal them, you pick them up, and then they have 10 seconds of endurance. So even if the killer hits them again, they're not going to go down right away. And that's the best part about this build, guys, is that you run up, you heal them, that player gets up, and they extend the chase and have a chance to get away. That being said, the downside of this build is that it does make you injured and broken instead, which is why the rest of our perks are actually based around playing injured or broken. So obviously we are using Dead Heart. This will allow us to take an extra hit if we time it perfectly while we're injured. And remember, we're going to be injured for 60 seconds before we can even heal ourselves. So Dead Heart is the obvious choice to bring with this build. That way we don't go down right away after healing our teammates. And the last perk I love with this build is Resilience, which lets us heal repair, sabotage, unhook, vault, cleanse, bless, exit gates, repair generators, 9% faster while we're injured. So the trade-off with this is like we heal someone, even if we heal someone who's just injured to healthy and then we're the one who's broken, then we can just go work on a generator with resilience and get that 9% speed boost, and it actually feels pretty nice, guys. And I like to bring a med kit with this build so that way we can heal ourselves up after our broken status is gone. So just a yellow med kit with the bandages for those 8 extra charges, so that way you can heal yourself up to 2 times. And there is actually one more perk here that I would like to bring up that is potentially really fun with this build. Where you at though? Right here. And this is Ada Wong's new perk, Reactive Healing, guys. So here's the thing. You use For the People, you are broken for 60 seconds, which means you cannot heal yourself. But if Reactive Healing goes off, you still get that 50% healing progression. So if sometime in that minute somebody loses a health state or someone loses 2 health states, you'll get 50%/75% of your healing bar filled up, even though you technically cannot heal yourself. So that way when your broken status effect is actually gone, you can just top yourself off here in a couple seconds. The only thing about this perk is that it's really hard to decide which one of these 3 you'll actually get rid of for it. I would probably say Resilience for Reactive Healing, or maybe Dead Heart. Like I said, guys, you're already kind of seeing the dilemma, because like a lot of these just fit so well, it's really hard to drop one for Reactive Healing, since Reactive Healing's situational, but it is fun when it does work, and I did want to actually bring it up for those of you out there who just want to try something new and be a little crazy. That being said, guys, that is our 5 amazing healing builds, and I'm actually going to include one extra bonus build. This one is not necessarily a healing build, it's more of a support build, but I'm going to include it anyways because it's a lot of fun. Alright guys, and the last build on this list is none other than the zombie build. We also do have an episode of this featured on the channel. You'll see these all in the description below. Unbreakable, which lets you recover from the dying state and recover 35% quicker. You can only use this once per trial. Tenacity lets you crawl 50% quicker when you're in the dying state and recover at the same time. And your grunts of pains when you're on the ground are reduced by 75%. So if you do manage to actually crawl away, which is a good chance because you crawl faster, they'll have a hard time finding you because your sounds are muffled. So the whole point of this build is to get up from the dying state, whether it's you or your teammates. Again, we're going to live forever. This is actually the 3rd time we're using this perk in this episode, which is why I was kind of on the fence about this build, but whatever, it's a free build. Not going to think too hard about it. I already discussed this perk twice already. I'm not going to discuss it again, but you get the idea. You pick up your fallen survivors 100% quicker, hence the zombie build. And then the last perk is Boon Exponential. Whenever we boon a totem, everybody within 24 meters of that boon range recovers from the dying state 100% quicker. So if you get slugged while you're next to your totem, you can get up really, really quickly. And if you get up in the boon radius, then you don't actually use your Unbreakable. So not only are you able to get up really quickly if you go down next to a boon, but your teammates are able to get up, and your teammates can get up at 100% extra speed too. So whether they are getting up with the boon or from you healing them with We're Gonna Live Forever, it's still 100% extra speed. So instead of the normal time it would take to pick you up, it's cut in half, guys. So this is a fun little bonus build for you guys to try. Not necessarily healing per se, but it is still a support build. It's like an anti-slugging build. A lot of fun to try. And that concludes it for this episode, my friends. So the only 2 builds I don't have actual episodes on so far are the Silent Knight and the Desperate Medic and the Ultimate Unhooker. So comment. Actually, I'll probably go ahead and shoot episodes for those. Why not? I'm just gonna do it. Anyways, guys, before we sign off, if you enjoyed this video and you found it valuable, then please hit the subscribe button and leave a like for the algorithm, so that way the DVD gods will spread this video to more and more people in the community, so we can help continue to grow this channel more and more than we already have. Like, I cannot believe we're already past 1,000 subscribers. Each and every one of you has been amazing, and I'm super grateful. And I'm just excited to see where this goes. So guys, please show some love. Hit that like button, hit that comment, subscribe. You heard it, you whatever. I'm not gonna sound like a broken record. But anyways, guys, try these builds out for yourself. Let me know how these work for you. Have fun, have an amazing day, and do not forget to smile. See you on the next one.